British tradition that celebrates friendship and big events made its way to West Louisville today to kick off a brand new big business investment. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the night team. I'm Doug Proffitt. It was quite the scene serving tea today to the mayor and the governor. But WHAS11 night team's Taylor Woods tells us the England-based company couldn't be more excited to call the Parkland neighborhood its first home outside of Britain. Taylor?
Doug, this modular housing company will bring over 70 jobs with a plan to build up to 500 homes a year. And this makes the second out-of-town company to call West Louisville home. And leaders I talked to say it's nice to see more investments coming to the West End after years of disinvestment.
English afternoon tea served with cakes and pastries to celebrate England-based housing company MMY choosing the West End to build its first U.S. facility.
It's not only about providing high-quality options for homes in Louisville and Kentucky, though that's a big part of it. We're here to make a positive change. Parkland's is now our U.S. home.
In October, Stellar Snacks announced it was coming to West Louisville from Nevada. Now this new $6.1 million investment will bring 73 jobs to the Parkland neighborhood with a plan to build modular homes, single and multiplex housing 5 times faster than traditional construction.
Our client's ask is simple: high-quality buildings delivered on time and within budget, without the challenges of delays.
The homes can be delivered from the facility in just 16 weeks. Up to 500 housing units are expected to be produced every year with competitive wages starting at just $23 an hour.
With jobs that pay an incredible average hourly wage like these are, we are going to change lives.
On-site child care and hot meals will also be provided to children of employees from 4 to 7 p.m. Kevin Fields, president and CEO of Louisville Central Community Center, is pleased to see more investments coming to West Louisville.
Now that we're seeing a critical mass of investment in everything that's happening, it's enough to get excited about.
Fields says this adds to the hope and future of Louisville's West End.
We need money, we need jobs, we need opportunity. And we want it to happen in West Louisville.
And so far, MMY has $40 million in their pipeline. The manufacturing facility plans to be up and running by the third quarter of this year. In studio, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 night team on your side.
Taylor, thank you. So what exactly are modular homes? Well, they are homes built in factories and then assembled right on site. They have to meet the same codes and standards as any other building. MMY's CEO says they're pioneering new urban construction and shifting away from traditional methods.
Unlike the unpredictable conditions of a traditional job site at the behest of the weather, our modular units are crafted in a it will be temperature controlled, clean, and it will be clean, secure factory setting. This ensures not just safety, but also precision and reliability through the construction process.
The company says their production capacities are fully booked until the end of the year, but they are accepting reservations for 2025. As downtown Louisville struggles with departing businesses, the Metro Police Chief today said crime is declining. Chief Jacqueline Gwen Villaruel joined Greater Louisville Inc. and downtown leaders for a panel discussion about the issue today. The chief says they've increased mounted patrols to improve downtown safety and are closing the recruiting gap for new officers. She says they need 250 more police officers right now.
We need to do a better job in that, and I'm here to ensure that I'm a part of that process. And so again, that's where we are in the city, and that's my mindset, but we got to make sure that we're back downtown taking it over.
Gwen Villaruel and other business leaders are in the area are pushing back on the idea that downtown is unsafe. Leslie Broker, the president of PNC Broadway in Louisville, agrees. During our 5 p.m. news today, I asked her about the concerns that some people have about downtown's image, but she says they are selling out their shows.
People are not afraid to come to the Kentucky Center, and I think the more of us that just keep coming downtown, then more is more, and we have to support our downtown. I've lived, on Main Street for almost 40 years now, and as far as business is concerned, and I feel safe.
To address concerns, the Downtown Partnership doubled their uniformed ambassadors to 36, and they patrol the streets from 7 a.m. until midnight every single day of the week. Right now, new on the WHAS 11 night team, a proposal aimed at school safety in Kentucky took a step forward in Frankfort today. Senate Bill 2 builds on a law passed in 2019 requiring a school resource officer on every public school campus. This bill from Senator Max Wise proposes allowing former military, federal agents, and retired state troopers to work in the schools. They would be armed employees working in the schools, but they would not be able to make arrests. Senator Wise testified today that the bill could help alleviate staffing problems, but there's still concern from some lawmakers about having more armed guards in schools.
The school resource officer is first and foremost the hiring goal that all of us want for our Kentucky public schools, but the guardian is a well-measured approach that we may fit in a school district's need.
When I read this bill, all I envisioned is that our children are going to begin going to fortresses, armed fortresses, and that we're moving further and further away from learning centers and moving further toward armed camps.
The bill also includes provisions for mental health support and increased suicide prevention training. It passed out of a committee today with a vote of 10-1, and it will now go to the full Kentucky Senate. Also new tonight, a Louisville program is looking at the root causes of violent crime and how mental health plays a role. The Transformative Justice Healthy Lifestyles program held a panel tonight at the Fraser Museum. The program helps provide mental health services to people within the justice system in hopes of reducing crime and improving people's lives. The founder, Dr. Ida Dickey, says everyone is worth helping to get back on the right track.
Right now, we're at a space where people are really going back to some more punitive approaches and not recognizing that if they get the right specialized mental health care, that people can be a very valuable member of the community.
While the program has helped people of all ages, right now they're focused on people ages 12 to 26 who are in the justice system. Well, we love the night here on the Night Team every night, but when the afternoon turns to darkness on Monday, April 8th of this year, Seymour, Indiana is hoping for the Great American Eclipse payoff. In fact, take a look. You can see our countdown clock right now on the bottom right of your screen. Well, Seymour is in the path of totality for the big event, total darkness. WHAS11 Night Team's Connor Steffen and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie have more from Jackson County, where it's going to mean out-of-this-world tourism money.
It's crazy. The festivities are beginning now.
In John Mellencamp's hometown of Seymour, Indiana.
There's a lot of roots here, and they call Indiana the crossroads of America for a reason, you know.
The music plays on as anticipation builds.
Yeah, I'm sure the town will be packed.
For when Seymour finds itself awestruck in the path of a total eclipse.
They say they're going to come from all over the world, not just like, we're excited about it.
Over at Indiana Vapor Labs.
You know, anybody traveling's looking for the best deals.
Owner Ashley Grizzle is hoping to cash in on the elevated foot traffic.
And that's usually where we get pretty good hits off of Google. People are coming through here looking for the best vape shop.
She says more than anything, she's hoping exposure may lend itself to further developing a growing downtown.
I think Seymour's going to see a lot more people than what we're used to.
Located smack dab in the zone of totality, this town of 20,000, we're told could see some 100,000 come April 8th.
It's all over the states and all over the world. We've already ran into somebody from the Netherlands that's here and going to stay here until then.
Well, some locals like Heather McGrath and Melissa Capps may not have their total eclipse plans ironed out just yet. Just any plans?
Actually, we're not really sure what we're going to do yet.
Some hotels in the area do.
We have people traveling for this. I think our hotels are already booked up.
And businesses like Aaron Rollins are drawing up plans too. Normally closed on Sundays and Mondays, he says they'll have to make an exception for the event.
We might be expecting more than 400 people right here alone, which is pretty hefty for our little kitchen.
People prepared to pull out all the stops when the crossroads of southern Indiana finds itself in the crosshairs of a solar spectacle.
The schools are closing, the factories are shutting down. There's holidays. I mean, like, it's a holiday. It's on their calendar from last year. Like, we've been planning this for a year now.
For this small town, it's almost hard to underscore the sheer volume of visitors in store for this once-in-a-decade event. In Seymour, Indiana, Connor Steffen, the WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.
Well, if you've never seen one, it is worth seeing, so make your plans. The total eclipse, by the way, starts in Seymour, Indiana at 3:07 p.m. on April 8th. That's a Monday. and it'll last for 3 minutes and 8 seconds there. Now, there will be a partial eclipse. The partial eclipse is the before and the after. It lasts a lot longer. It'll start from 1:49 p.m. to 4:23 p.m. Don't forget, you need free solar safe glasses to watch the eclipse, and you can do so by stopping by any Eclipse Bank branch. You can see the addresses. We put them on your screen where you can get the Eclipse glasses. There is a limit of 2 per customer while the supplies last.